Welcome to this new video about Forza Horizon 6. Today, in this video, I'm going to test several new features, several new functionalities that have been added to this game which didn't exist until now in the other Forza Horizon games. We're going to test, for example, two new game modes, Drag Meets and Time Attack, and then we're also going to test a new customization feature, since now in Forza Horizon 6, you can customize your garages and your house. We're going to start with the Time Attack mode. It's a mode that's available in several places on the map and is represented by a small white and blue stopwatch. And it's a competitive time trial game mode with no loading times. That means it's directly integrated into the open world. And to start it, you don't need to go through a loading screen. There's no need to go through matchmaking or to create or join a group of players. You just have to go under the little Time Attack banner, and then it launches the game mode without having to wait, so that's really cool. It's a mode where you simply have to get the best times possible on a track whose route will appear in blue on the mini-map. There's a competitive side to it, because all the times you set will be compared to the times set by other players, all over the world, with the same car category. What I mean is, here we're in B class with our Acura RSX TPS car. The time we're going to set here will only be compared to times from players who used cars in category B. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty fair. The fact that there are no loading times is really a big plus, because here you can really jump right in with your friends, without disrupting the open world's rhythm or the game's flow. And there are quite a few other pretty cool things too, with this Time Attack mode. First of all, it's going to be available on a lot of tracks on the map. We're actually on a track that feels like an official circuit, with race decorations, checkpoints, curbs, track walls, tires, and the pits. Some signs even show fake sponsors. It's a somewhat official circuit. There are at least 5 or 6 on the map. I've found several in videos lately, even if I haven't shown them all to you. In my view, we'll have at least 5 or 6 Time Attack locations, since I believe Time Attack will be on all these circuits. So it lets you enjoy a race with a bit of an official atmosphere, while still being in a game. Forza Horizon is open world, which is the second pretty cool thing compared with Rival mode. It's also a competitive time trial mode that's in Forza Horizon, and will probably be in Forza Horizon 6, but which game already has it? Accessing it requires a menu and loading screen, making launching less smooth, especially in Rival mode. There's no section-by-section time comparison, whereas here when you pass certain checkpoints, well, I think they're checkpoints. With the little purple and green decorations, it shows us the time difference compared to our previous run. It lets you know right away if you're faster or slower, so you can decide if it's worth finishing the lap or if you should just start over. The third pretty cool thing about this mode is that every completed lap earns you money. And XP. I'll talk about that in another video, maybe one dedicated to the game's economy. But this mode still seems pretty profitable to me, at least for XP. As for credits, you earn a little bit, I think it's around 2,000 or 3,000 per lap, which isn't a lot. But for XP, I think you get about 2,010 XP, and that lets you level up pretty quickly in the early stages, so that's pretty cool. And then, another cool thing about this mode that I'll show you in just a moment. I'll finish my lap so I can collect my rewards too. There will be several spots on the track with screens like this one, where your performance will already be displayed. It will show you with your car, your time, and your next rival. That means the username of another player who set a very similar time. So, let's say it's your target time to beat for the next lap, and it will also show you the leaders in the performance category. That means it displays the usernames and cars of the top 3 players who set the best times on this track. In this game mode, using a performance category car like mine makes it quite interesting for me, because, first of all, there aren't really that many competitive things in the latest Forza Horizon games, so having a little extra competitive aspect is nice. We're not going to complain about that. The fact that there are no loading times makes it really enjoyable because you don't have to wait. It doesn't break the flow of the game, and on top of that, it also motivates you, and to improve. Because when you have a lap time, when you want to do better, you have to get better, with your braking, racing lines, and acceleration out of corners, and also knowing your car well to get the best rankings possible. And overall, that's positive for the rest of the gameplay. Because when you know your car well, when you understand the game's handling well, you're also able to be faster on all the other tracks, all the other driving phases in Forza Horizon 6. The other thing I wanted to show you is the Drag Meet mode, the Drag Meetup mode. It's a new game mode that will be available in several places on the map, with the little logo that's supposed to represent, not guitar tuners like you might think, but rather the red, yellow, and green lights at the entrance. It'll be available in several places on the map, I think at all the drag strips. I found one not too long ago, by the beach. I'm not sure exactly where, but I think it was far south on the map, like here. I believe that's going to be a drag strip, and I think we'll have the mode available here on the beta I have access to, just like the time attack mode. These modes are only available in one place, just to try them out, without being able to use them everywhere. And the drag meet mode, it's going to be a drag mode as well. Competitive, since your times are compared with all the other times set by players in the same car class as yours. And the point of this is that up until now, actually, in Forza, there are a lot of players who, in multiplayer, like to do drag races but who like to do it specifically, directly on the map, without going through the drag mode, because there's also a normal drag mode, which isn't the drag meet mode in Forza Horizon. Here, it's the same. You still deal with loading screens and matchmaking, which can be a hassle, especially for these modes. It's frustrating since drag races are quick, but loading takes a while. You can end up with 2 minutes of loading for a 30-second event, which is a pain. Here, the good thing is that to take part in drag meets, you just have to show up at the start of the area. Just pull up next to the start light. With a single press of select, it will place your car exactly where it needs to be, and then you just have to wait for the light to turn green to launch your car, knowing that you can start before. But if you go before the light turns green, you're disqualified. So there, bam, it turns green. We start off with our Dodge Challenger, which has 800 horsepower and is quite a beast. And as a little cherry on top, at the end of this drag strip, there's a danger sign. So, a ramp that will let you make some pretty crazy jumps, since you'll probably hit it at really high speeds. We did it in 20 seconds, which isn't too crazy, but as you saw, it gives some XP. I'm not sure if it gives money, but if so, that's good. And honestly, in terms of time invested, it gives you more XP and more money than time attack mode. Well, after drag racing, let's say that in terms of gameplay, it's a bit repetitive. Still, it works well, and once again, the whole point is that you don't have to wait, there are no loading times. If you're not playing much multiplayer, just stop at the traffic lights and go.
Pas de prise de tête.
The countdowns too. Because it's true that in multiplayer, up until now, in drag races, for the starts, to synchronize, it was a bit annoying. We had to talk on voice chat to say 3, 2, 1, go. Now, there's no need for that. We just start by syncing with the green lights, and I think it's much better. And to finish, of course, I wanted to show you the first house in the game, which isn't exactly our house, but it's still our first house, because it's the house of the person who brings us to Japan and offers to let us stay there until we buy our own place. But it's still the first HQ, the first house, and we'll be able to customize it with the new customizable garage tool. It won't be the only thing, let's say, that we can customize in the game. Of course, we can customize our cars, but we'll also be able to customize our house with the estate mode, which isn't available in the Forza Horizon 6 preview that I have access to at the moment. This will really be the mode where you have a free space and you can build your house pretty much however you want. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to decorate the interior as well, but you'll still be able to do quite a lot there. In the garage customization mode, it's limited to the garage, but you can also turn your garage into a house, since there are quite a few decorations like living room or bedroom items, for example. So it's kind of the game's version of The Sims, and it works a bit like the event lab in Forza Horizon 5. If you've played it before, you might know what I'm talking about. Basically, when you want to decorate your garage, you just select an object, press the A button on the controller, and then move it to place it wherever you want. Literally, once you like the spot, you press the A button again and that's it, it's installed. To add new objects, you just have to press Start. Then you have the library, actually, the catalog. Decorative objects will appear. There are a few, in all styles. You can even add walls. If you want to make several rooms in your garage, you can do it. It's actually pretty stylish, it's really nice, it's basically Forza Horizon's version of The Sims. And then, after that, we have all the decorations, let's say a bit more traditional, like plants. Like, for example, furniture. I don't know, couches, sofas, things like that, chairs, etc. What else do we have? Of course, then there's a whole bunch of items related to the garage, toolboxes, tools, fire extinguishers. How can I say, oil cans, shelves? So there are quite a few possibilities. Keep in mind that every object you add to customize your garage will cost money. It costs an average of 500 credits, and when you remove an object from your garage, you get your money back. That means if I buy an item for $500 and, in the end, I don't like it, when I remove it from my garage to replace it with another one or just to delete it, I'll get the 500 bucks back, knowing that, basically, it's really the basic garage. With the default setup, I can get all my money back. Furniture that was installed here previously, it's the same thing. There's a quick key system. You press X, it deletes the object you currently have selected. You press Y, it clones it, meaning it lets you place the exact same object somewhere else. And otherwise, you can edit the object to move it and reposition it however you want. So, there are a lot of things you can do, and that's really, really cool. For those who don't want to decorate buildings or garages because they think it takes too long, but they still want to have a garage, let's say a little bit customized, you can download other people's garage decorations. So, I don't know if that's going to be available in this preview, because, once again, I don't have access to all the features of the game. It's still a beta version, but I think maybe it's possible that other players who also have access to the beta, and already share their garage setups. So let's check that out. No, it's not going to be available, you see? Browse Community Garage. Normally that's to search garages, it's not the community, it's not available. But actually, we can create garages, download those from others, and share ours. I made myself the perfect garage. The TV, the couch, some lights that shine on the cars, and then 2 banners, hoping to be able to display 3 or 4 soon, because right now, the space is big for just 2 cars. Haha, let me know in the comments what you think about these new features. Do you think these are things you'll spend time on? Or will you focus on other activities or just other things in the game? In the meantime, we've reached the end of this video about Forza Horizon 6. I hope you found it interesting and enjoyable. If that's the case, as always, feel free to show your support for my channel for free. Leave a like, subscribe for upcoming videos, and follow me on Twitch for the next live streams because obviously I'll be doing a lot of streams on the game very soon. So don't hesitate to follow and subscribe to support my channel. And as always, I'll put my instant gaming link below this video, which lets you buy your games for less while supporting my channel for free. With that said, I'll see you very soon for a new video. Bye.